For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
With so many of the island's wellness centers being closed, what would have or should have been the alternative? Somebody says the health minister is doing a good job. Also coming up in the broadcast, we go through a memo, and that is coming from the Millennium Heights Medical Complex as we continue to focus on the island's dilapidated, beleaguered health sector. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. My name is Timothy Poleon. We go up until 2 o'clock this afternoon, and you'll be able to make a contribution when you dial 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Again, 716-2026. And Amanda King will be going through some of the comments in the chat room. So we've been receiving press release after press release from the Ministry of Health and various notices indicating that a number of the island's wellness centers have to be closed. And that is because they have to undertake remedial measures, renovation, maintenance work, etc. And this no doubt is taking an immense toll on the island's health sector, in particular with regard to the provision of health services to the people of St. Lucia. The authorities are really taking a joke too far, as we like to say in St. Lucia, because they never take into consideration the fact that there is a reason why you have those wellness centers being located at strategic locations in various parts of the island. It is to accommodate people who are ill, people who are ailing, people who are seeking medical care, and in some instances, people who need that assistance or that service in a hurry because they are going through some kind of anxiety, worst case scenario, some kind of discomfort. And you ought not to rest easy as Ministry of Health, as the government, as the Prime Minister, and as parliamentary representatives when so many of those wellness centers have to be closed. It is not a case where a community shop is being closed, you know. It is not a case where, a place where you have social activities and events are being closed. You're talking about facilities that are there to attend to the health needs of the people of this country. Yet still, you just glibly issue a press release saying that this facility is closed and that facility is closed over there, and you can access it somewhere, maybe at the Grosley Polyclinic, you can access it at the Leclerc Wellness Center. Those of you who have gone to the Leclerc Wellness Center, small place, certainly cannot manage the volume of people who would, under normal circumstances, would have gone there for medical assistance. Can you imagine the pressure on the Entrepot Wellness Center? The stress that the staff would be going through? The Castries Wellness Center has been closed since when? December of 2023. So then, we have a crisis on our hands, a health crisis. And there's no denying that this is unprecedented. Never occurred when Romanus Lansico was health minister. We never went through that experience when Sarah Flood was health minister. When Damian Greaves was health minister, never went through all those trials and tribulations. Not even under Dr. Keith Mondesi. And during all that period, the health sector was still in need of attention. So can you imagine now, in addition to so many wellness centers having to be closed, and a significant number of our trained specialist health professionals resigning from the OKEU, the government is behaving as if everything is okay. To the extent that a government senator, Lisa Jawayer, says that the health minister is doing a good job. Listen.
Our Minister for Health has been doing a very good job. Our Minister for Health has been doing a very good job. Our Minister for Health has been doing a very good job.
You guys like to say, fact check me. Not true, Lisa. Not true. The Health Minister, Moses Jean-Baptiste, has not been doing a good job. And the evidence is there for everyone to see. As a matter of fact, I think the health minister and this government, they are taking the health of the nation for granted. The fact that we're experiencing this crisis, what ought to have been the alternative? Because do not forget that the Victoria Hospital, which should have been by now the Castries Urban Polyclinic, is not serving that purpose. So there's a strain on OKEU, on St. Jude, the Leclerc Wellness Center, Entrepot Well Center, Grosley Polyclinic, you name it. And you've been hearing that the United States government donated a 40-bed field hospital to the government of St. Lucia. This was handed over in 2022. It was negotiated by the previous administration headed by Alan Chasney. Now, a lot of you listening and watching this broadcast right now, you're not medical professionals, you're not medical doctors, but don't you believe that if we have this facility, it should be utilized? And I think we have an overlay, so we'll show you what it looks like. This 40-bed field hospital, donated by the white people, the Americans. And at that ceremony, one of the officials from the U.S. Southern Command said that it should be utilized. All we ask, we don't want nothing in return. Utilized for the benefit of the people of St. Lucia in case of an emergency. Aren't we there yet? But before that ceremony, Moses Jean-Baptiste did a Facebook Live, and he was boasting about the field hospital. Let's listen and watch.
Hi there, St. Lucia. How are you today? I hope you are staying safe. Today we are about to witness the handover of a 40-bed field hospital facility to the government and people of St. Lucia. This precious gift is being donated to us by the government and people of the United States of America. We thank the government and people of the United States of America for this gift. This gift will be used in the event of a disaster or in case of some emergency. We want to thank everyone who collaborated in this venture. Those who did the training, the Army Corps of Engineers from the United States, the NEMO and the Fire Service and the police, and so many agencies. I want to thank the officials of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs and the Cabinet of Ministers. You will hear a lot more about this facility. We are about to start the ceremony, but I want to tell you this is a very important facility, and we look forward to taking care of it and to ensure that St. Lucians benefit from it. There are generators, it's fully equipped, and the medical staff is looking forward to using it if necessary.
If necessary. The medical staff are looking forward to utilizing it if necessary. You have generators, you have equipment, etc. Which begs the question, I mean, do those people really care about the citizens of this country? And I'm just merely asking the question because the evidence would indicate otherwise. If you care about the well-being, the health of the people of this country, by now you would have utilized this 40-bed field hospital facility. But let's listen again from the health minister, this time during the actual handing over ceremony of this 40-bed field hospital.
The team leaders and staff of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs are elated to be associated with today's historic handover ceremony. The donation of vehicles and this 40-bed field hospital equipped with beds, heating, ventilation, air conditioning units, lighting, sewage system, shower facilities, a generator, and so on, at a cost of $600,000 is indeed a powerful statement about friendship and solidarity between the people of St. Lucia and the people of the United States of America. This donation to St. Lucia is timely, not only because of the ongoing challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on local hospital resources, but as a practical response to increasing climate change-related threats. There are so many frightening possibilities, especially for small island states. This gift, the field hospital behind me,
will be critical in the face of disasters and other national health-related challenges. We are now in the middle of a fifth wave of COVID-19 infections, and while we are hopeful that hospitalizations will remain manageable at this time, we were stretched to our limits at our 130-bed respiratory hospital, the Victoria Hospital, during the fourth wave of the crisis in St. Lucia. So, as an example, this donated facility gives us the ability to expand the respiratory facility by some 40 beds and to manage at least 8 more patients in the intensive care unit. The ability to quickly set up and take down the field hospital will allow the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Organization to position this facility to best serve its intended use. We appreciate the technical expertise provided by the United States Southern Command Humanitarian Assistance Team, who provided the requisite training to a wide range of participants, from the St. Lucia Fire Service, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, the St. Lucia Cadet Corps, the Division of Physical Planning, and the Ministry of Health personnel, among so many others. The Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs appreciates the collaborative efforts between the U.S. Southern Command team and the National Emergency Management Organization in facilitating the donation of this field hospital. I must also, in a special way, thank the Ministry of External Affairs, International Trade, Civil Aviation, and Diaspora Affairs for their contribution in coordinating with the relevant counterparts in the United States of America in making this donation possible. I pinch a little more time to thank the staff of our hospitals and all of the staff of our essential services for the dedication to this COVID-19 battle. I recognize the efforts of the staff of the Ministry of Health and the efforts of the non-governmental agencies, the ministry, all ministries, the private sector, and the faith-based organizations. Indeed, we all understand that the battle against COVID-19 is a national one. Thanks to the Prime Minister and my cabinet colleagues for helping us to soldier on. I will not forgive myself. Si mwen pa di an Creole, ki sa nou ka wè de mwen, c'est an l'hôpital. C'est an l'hôpital ki gouvernement l'Amérique ban nou Saint-Lucie. Paske ou ka wè van ka vante e ki fèt an tapoline, sa pa vle di i pa ni tout se equipement médical la ki i suppose ni pour aider nous en Saint-Lucie, sinon ni a désastre. Alors l'hôpital ça là, yo ka kouye en anglais Field Hospital. Il y a 40 couches en dedans et qui ça prend toute qualité bagay qui ka fait à dans l'hôpital. Il y a glow, il y a current, il y a generator, là ni toute qualité équipement qui docteur ka ça besoin. Avec ces officiers, ça mettait l'hôpital ça à terre, mettait à dans un conteneur et si nous n'y a désastre, yo ça vie mettait en l'air et nous ka ni plus chambre pour servir pour si nous n'y a désastre. Nous ka remercier le gouvernement l'Amérique. Et comme je l'ai dit avant, c'est activité comme ça qui a montré solidarité en camarades des pays. Avec ça qui a aidé Jean Saint-Lucie en Chai. Ça qui a aidé nous si nous n'y a un hurricane, si l'hôpital nous croisé, malheureusement, si nous n'y a un bagage qui fait comme volcano et que nous pas n'y assez coucher à l'hôpital là, ça qui a aidé moi là, il a aidé nous. Comme ça, nous avons remercié tout le monde qui a aidé. Nimo travaille à ça pour combien de temps? Soldats l'Amérique qui travaillent en région, ils ont aidé nous. Et nous avons une ambassade là, ici, avec nous, chaque monde qui a aidé nous. So, merci en Chai, avec moi, Jean Saint-Lucie, qui est content de cadeau ça là. We must cherish the fruits of friendship, and I promise Excellency Tagliatella that we will protect, maintain, and preserve this precious gift of friendship. Once again, on behalf of all the teams at our hospitals, the staff of the ministry, and all the people of St. Lucia, merci and Shai Pukado. I thank you very much.
Moi essayer parler par toi. Il bon ça mais il aide moi là il dit 40. So, bougla dit l'année 40 couches en field l'hôpital ça là. Et puis autant il dit qu'on c'est méritant, merci. Nimo, merci. Gouvernement l'Amérique, merci. Mais il n'a jamais dit merci pour le gouvernement qui était là avant. Gardez ça qui a fait actuellement en Saint-Jude. Pani à ses couches. Moun ka resté à sous chaise à Saint-Jude. Moun à sous chaise ka hele OKU ek bouglani en field hospital qui ni 40 couches. Ça ou quoi about ça? 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And of course, we'll be going through your comments in the chat room. I don't know if you're ready for an update. Amanda, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Timothy. Good afternoon, NewsSpinners. In the chat room, someone says, in 3 years, St. Lucia has changed from good to bad, from progressing to failing. Another comment, the word system should be removed from healthcare because it's everything but systemic. Another comment, if you notice all the health centers that are being closed, that's where the poor people are going to. Someone says, this is the worst healthcare. This is the worst healthcare has ever been in St. Lucia. Lord protect my family and I from illnesses. Another comment, move the health minister, please. He doesn't know what to do. Someone says, Lisa is singing for her share of the CIP money. Another comment, if this is a good job, I don't want to see him doing a bad job. Another comment, Lisa's statement was incomplete. She meant to say that our Minister of Health has been doing a good job in creating a health scare in St. Lucia. Another contribution, there's a minister we are not hearing his voice. Is he sick or out of the island? Or is he bathing in the library La Boucherie every day? Or is he looking for chemical from Rosary to clean the health centers? A NewsSpinner said, wow, is that the evidence of putting people first when their health is at risk? I do hope that someone from Ancillary will come out and give Jack his jacket and say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fede, for the vision of seeing that it was necessary to construct this wellness center in the community, even if it was highly criticized by some Labour supporters. But today I'm sure that these very same critics that called the wellness center a box, they are the ones seated in that box awaiting a doctor's visit or some sort of medical assistance. Another comment, 40 beds are available in storage and we have people in chairs dying on waiting beds in both our hospitals.
I have a WhatsApp message. Tim, the optics are important to the government. Opening a field hospital will show the wider world how bad healthcare is. With a practically new OKEU building, the outside world will believe that all is well. Another WhatsApp message, and somebody says there, it's really heartbreaking to see the elderly going to First National Bank for the past few days to look for the little money the government is giving, only to find out the money is not on their account. And since last week, the money was paid. The poor people have to be asking people on the streets for bus fare to go home. What a life. And one more, somebody says, I feel the sun has fried up Moses' brain cells. Any more comments in the chat room, Amanda?
Yes, Tim. Another comment, these politicians are playing politics with the people's health. And the most ridiculous and shameful thing is Lucians are accepting this in the name of protecting the victory. This nonsense needs to stop. We need to demand better of the people we elected to office.
Okay, we'll take a break from those comments extracted from the chat room. We have a call. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello.
3 times Journalist of the Year, Mr. Timothy Poleon.
Good afternoon
Amanda,
to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Caller.
Roy Fredericks. Tim, I'm Roy Fredericks today. I'm taking in the ball, boy. Roy Fredericks.
The
You
opening.
know about him.
Go right ahead. The
He
opening,
beat all
sir.
the fast bowlers. Tim, Roy Fredericks beat all the fast bowlers that he met in the world. All of them. Not some, all. Roy Clinton Fredericks. The most cruel, the most vicious opening batsman you ever seen in any kind of cricket. Now, I put that to rest. Tim, Musa have the audacity to come and tell people about, as you said, he went all around the world and talked about the field hospital. But he ain't telling people that vision came from the great man, Sir Alan Michael Shaste, while he was building our state-of-the-art hospital. He ain't say that. Trying to fool the people again. But Tim, I ain't going to talk about that I come to talk about Richard Frederick, Philip Pierre, the Prime Minister, Ernest Hilaire, somebody else. And there's somebody else. Tim and Kenny Anthony. Tim, a man leases your seabed, 83 million acres of seabed, of your seabed. Do you think anywhere else in the world you'll be in politics?
I don't know, sir.
Tim, a member of parliament, Richard Frederick, back said, no, I don't need your money. I don't need your money. Do you think you'll be in parliament anywhere in the world? And insulting the nationals of the country? Do you think you'll be in politics anywhere in the world? Tim, Prime Minister Pierre, everything you ask him, he don't know. But word I'm hearing on the ground that he's the head man in the scam. I'm hearing he's the head man.
Don't implicate anybody in anything that we cannot prove, sir. Okay, be very careful. Hold on. Don't tell me what you're hearing on the streets, especially if it will be slandering anybody, sir. Okay, don't do it.
Not slandering.
Don't do it. I'm just saying to you, don't tell me what you're hearing because I might not be in a position to prove it, sir.
Okay, all right. Now, Sir Felipe Martinez accused Ernest Hilaire them, the CIP, for doing endless wrongs. Ernest Hilaire and the SFP, the communist SFP Mongoose gang, loves to take a lawyer to go after the nationals of St. Lucia. Why don't he send his lawyers to Sir Felipe Martinez? That's the question I'm going to ask him. Why don't he send his lawyers to Felipe Martinez? Is what the great Sir Felipe Martinez saying is true? Because he likes sending lawyers for everybody against him. Why you ain't sending lawyers for that man, for the great man, Sir Felipe Martinez? I elected him. You know why? He has saved us. He told us about the billions of dollars that's ordered from the Caribbean countries that's overseas. He told us about that. That came from him. Now don't say you don't hear about that. I understand, Tim. You don't want to put yourself in the blah 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 blah. But I'm saying to you that that communist SFP Mongoose gang think they could go wrong and just do and say whatever they like. Do and say whatever they like, and everybody's stupid. Do you think, Tim, I am telling you, those names, Richard Frederick, Philip J. Pierre, Ernest Hilaire, and Kenny Anthony, if that was Bermuda, they would not be in Bermuda. I can tell you that. And you could take that and put it in any bank and cash that. They will not be walking the streets in Bermuda. For the atrocities they committed, they're accused of, they wouldn't be walking the streets of Bermuda. You could ask anybody that. Okay? And you're down there respecting those guys. Not only respecting them, re-elect them into parliament again. Those guys have no reason, should not be nowhere close to a parliament. Those guys should not even have parliament in their head. Not even Barbados, they'll get away with that. Those guys will never be on the list in no party in Barbados to run for parliament. None of them. You can take that too and cash it in the bank. Yeah, you listen to brass tacks. You can call them brass tacks and ask them. See what they tell you. Call Mr. Ellis or those guys. They'll tell you. They want if you're drunk. They want to know if you're on drugs, Tim. But St. Lucia accept all kind of nonsense. The great man, Sir Alan Michael Shasta, is the only thing we have down there. The only person the international world respect. Respect. He like telling people, oh, the man brought in Galaxy. He brought Galaxy in. But then what was there any controversy, any this and that going on? That started when you got in there, Hilaire. The great man left it there clean, left a clean slate there for y'all. The great man, Sir Alan Michael Shasta, left a clean slate Are you telling people about the great man bringing? Yes, he brought them in, but what you done with it? You said that why you didn't go to Washington? You and the Prime Minister. But the guy, I got something to show you all. Why you don't go up there? Why you don't go up there? But guess what? I leave you over to Martinez. So Martinez will deal with you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day yourself, sir. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have another call. Hello, good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tim.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Mr. Tim, I don't know who that is right for Alva John Baptist, but Alva does come on the air and read things. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't believe Alva doesn't know what he's talking about. The man does come on the air and read the hip hop papers. I don't know who's his writer. But Alva, people sick and tired of hearing your talk. Prove your point. And Alva, I will take your name out of Alva John Baptist because of your talk getting people sick, and I will put your name as Alva John Bava. Have a blessed day, Tim.
Thank you so much for calling, sir. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Let's see there. Somebody says there, Tim, thanks for reminding them on your show of the existence of the field hospital. Perhaps they had forgotten we had received this special and most valuable gift. Merci. And don't know if we have some more comments in the chat room. Let's turn our attention now to Amanda.
Yes, Timothy, a few. Someone says, wasn't it Alan Chasney that made it possible to receive this field hospital? Another comment, in the stadium hospital, people has to wait for when a bed is empty to be addressed. I was there. Another comment, Musa killed agriculture, now he killed healthcare in St. Lucia. Another comment, never judge a book by its cover. The OKEU hospital is a new building, but what is happening inside is like a Halloween movie come to life. A NewsSpinner said, don't forget to thank Chas, please. He initiated this. He asked for it, so let's recognize great work in it entirely. And if Chas had not told the nation, would you have even brought that donation to light? And another comment, we want our doctors back in our hospitals, please. That's it for now, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Some more updates still to come. The Minister for Health should be ashamed of himself. That's according to WhatsApp. They are wasteful and disgraceful. What the United States should do was to ask them to pay the value back for the field hospital. All the government does is give a lip service to whoever is willing to listen to their lies and nonsense. We have a call. Good afternoon. You are on the air.
Good afternoon, Timothy.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you, atheist.
Yep.
I beat you to it.
Friendly neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes. Good afternoon, Amanda.
Good afternoon, caller.
Hi, Tim. Also, Tim, I want to make maybe 1, 2 or 3 points, but let me start by offering a word of advice to Mr. I don't know how to say his name, Rosh Clark or
yeah.
Clark. I'm not sure.
Rosh, R-O-S-H.
Sir, Mr. Clark, if you are listening to me, my friend, I need you to do 2 things for me in speaking engagement. It doesn't seem to me that you have the gift of gab, so I need him, please, to tone down his rhetoric and write it down in simpler language, because he has not developed that talent as yet to go out there, and he may be able to write it down, because I understand he may be able to write it down, but to speaking it out. So Richard Frederick and the Republican style of politics are already planning on using his, and we already know St. Lucia how Lucians are. The gutter style of politics is not what the young man has to offer, but it's the gutter style of politics. That's what they're going to go to, which I always call the Dickey approach, Tim. When two Lucians are arguing or having a debate, it's always the person throwing out the most insults and the loudest person who wins, right?
Yes.
You understand that too, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. The second thing I want to say to Tim, impacts. I was listening to the sitting minister's talk show the other day, and allow me to paraphrase, because I don't want you to get in any legal trouble. I myself can't afford legal trouble. So I'm going to paraphrase because I cannot repeat.
And let's put it another way. Let's put it another way. I'm in Castries, St. Lucia. You're all the way in Canada.
So okay, let's put it. I'm gonna try to paraphrase. The minister said that in 2011, Nancy Charles received a check for almost $1 million. Now I am a flambeau, but because I am an academic, I try to criticize my people and myself first. So, Miss Nancy, we need some clarification as to what the minister is saying, because the minister even went further as to implicating his own brother by stating that he was the recipient of the balance of almost $500,000.
Wow.
That check was written to him. Pamwekidi, ale can I help you my way? Pamwekidi, ale can I help you my way? Tim, saka fe mwen envie ako pour impacts reporting. The facilitators of crime in the country are who?
Lawyers, businessmen, policemen, prominent people.
And we quote Dr. Kenyon.
Politicians,
that, right?
politicians.
So I need Miss Nancy to give us some clarification on that, because right where we are in the middle of a CIP scandal, and then from 2011, RF, you're going to bring that up. What's really going on in our country, Tim? Huh? And then the government comes out and use euphemistic language when they're speaking and say, oh, the perception of corruption. Keep perception of corruption. Corruption killer us. We live in a small society. Society no pity team. No denye sa sakala piya. Ma chize person. Ma di tel moun gafe. Me denye moun a piya. Sa se ba la kale. Bon, moi, vle Nancy vini, ek clarifier no, that to, aso ki sa ministère di gadia, ek si se mentions ministère a fait, kont li, pou sa point, se pa ki nécessaire pou sa remedy situation. Ek finally, Tim, I am a bit perplexed here, because I respect people's sacrilege and their religious beliefs, but it's also standing in the way of economic development. So I'm kind of like, you know, even though I'm not a neoliberalist, but I still believe in economic development because it creates jobs and it helps the people. But why is Flambeau stretching themselves so thin? The cathedral, okay, albeit it may mean, but they're trying to make political mileage out of that. They're trying to make too much political mileage out of that. You're stretching yourself in. We have so many issues that we need to address. You're bringing in cathedral. In 5, 10 to 15 years, that cathedral is going to be obsolete like all other cathedrals in the world. They're all empty.
No, man. You're an atheist, sir. Okay, don't speak about things, religious things to do with God. Leave that to the theist. Okay, you're an atheist. Leave that to the theist. Those who believe in God. Okay, my brother.
I will not. All right, take care.
All right. Thank you so much. You're an atheist. Don't talk about that. Leave that to the theist. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. Still to come, yesterday marked 6 years since the murder of Kimberly De Leon, and we have this notice of a resignation and somebody resigning again from the Millennium Heights Medical Complex.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbute at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilex Customer Service Office in Castries is now open for business, but we've moved. We're now located on Daisy Avenue in Sanssouci on the ground floor of the new Carilac building. We're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out our online options first. But if you do need to come in to see us, we'll be pleased to serve you with new connections, bill queries, payments, and other service requests. Lucilex Sanssouci office, ground floor of the Carilac building. New location, same great service.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new Bacon Melt Sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Your taste buds ready, come and try KFC's new Bacon Melt Sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue. Anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't want to miss a Bacon Melt Sandwich. Have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
And you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Flow is keeping you connected.
It is well known by all St. Lucian professional tradesmen and even homeowners that European-made tools are the best. Well, guess what? Europa Hardware is having a massive promotion on the Metabo brand of power tools. From impact drills to angle grinders, jigsaws to rotary hammers, sanders and hot air guns, all at unbeatable jaw-dropping prices. Don't let your tools let you down. Come to Europa and stay standing with a proud in-the-hand tool from Metabo. Call us at 452-0763 or visit us in Massat Groside. Europa, we service what we sell.
Ministre qui a une responsabilité pour santé qui a offert un service neuf en bas programme Universal Health Coverage là. Service ça là c'est pour femmes faire test pap smear pour aider à adresser problème cancer en matrice. Service nouveau pap smear ça là plus confortable et plus facile. Nous commandé pour toute femme pour l'avantage service ça là et aller en wellness center à Camino pour apprendre plus à sous sa clinique pap smear ça là qu'a fait. Ada une semaine seulement ou ka jwen résultat l'examen pap smear. Et si mou chwe bagay pas normal, et ben la ni cancer, ou ka traper examiner encore durant une semaine. La kay ni examination pour HPV 16 et HPV 18 qui ça en est cause cancer en matrice. Si résultat test la pas normal, ou ka jwen un appointment vitement pour traitement. Et là, ou ka jwen plus information à sous maladie et guérison. Nous commandons toute femme pour prendre l'avantage service neuf sala pour adresser problème cancer. Et UHC, santé ou c'est l'antéwino. Pour plus d'informations, téléphonez 468 5300 et bien 468 5328.
Why travel abroad for an MRI scan when you can access world-class medical technology right here in St. Lucia? At La Clinique de Cour's Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring cutting-edge technology to your doorstep with our state-of-the-art GE-accredited 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. Our advanced imaging services let you see the unseen, providing crystal clear scans that deliver unmatched accuracy for a comprehensive look at your health. Save time, save money, prioritize your health. No more costly trips overseas. Get the highest quality MRI scans locally and take control of your health with the option of a second opinion. You deserve that peace of mind. Our skilled specialists are here to guide you every step of the way. Whether it's nerve disorders, chronic headaches, spinal injury, or stroke recovery, we offer expert consultation and personalized care all under one roof. And don't miss out on our special discounts. Ask about our reduced rates on MRIs, ultrasounds, and consultations at our convenient locations in Castries and Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Book your appointment today. Call La Clinique de Cour at 451-6559 and experience imaging excellence without leaving the island. Your health deserves the best. Let us help you see it.
Attention homeowners. Are you ready to transform your space this holiday season? Don't miss out on the Tile Gallery Incredible Jingle Tile Sale, happening now through October 31st. For a limited time, save up to 50% off on a stunning selection of tiles only at the Tile Gallery. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, bathroom, or outdoor, we have the perfect style for you. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit us today and elevate your home with beautiful tiles at unbeatable prices at the Jingle Tile Sale. The Tile Gallery is located at MNC Home Depot and Sunbury.
Bonjour, Saint Lucie. Non, moi c'est Eric et moi sorti Taiwan.
Announcing the 17th Annual St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership Trade Show from November 1st to the 3rd.
Moi ka invité où?
Come see the creativity of 65 entrepreneurs from St. Lucia.
Et c'est 65 petits business.
From Taiwan, 14 businesses that will show the latest tech products and other innovations from Taiwan. Free shuttle service from Baywalk Shopping Mall and back.
Où c'est où yé? Pas by black.
Yes, free shuttle service. And as usual, there will be lots of fun and entertainment. On Saturday, it's carefree karaoke. And Sunday, a fashion show with Rafferty Inc. and live music from the Impulse Band.
Nous disons pour c'était tous les jours.
It's the 17th Annual St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership Trade Show, November 1st to the 3rd at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay.
Dis-moi d'où.
10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily.
Vini pour nous causer.
Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Reports suggest that, quote, the crime problem in St. Lucia is facilitated by corrupt politicians, government officials, business persons, and police officers, unquote. Reports suggest that, quote, the crime problem in St. Lucia is facilitated by corrupt politicians, government officials, business persons, and police officers, unquote.
So I'll be apt to play part of this address by then Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, because the atheist from Canada, he made reference to this. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM, also on the NewsSpin Facebook page and the YouTube channel. So, internal memo, and it's coming from the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Millennium Heights Medical Complex, dated 29th of October 2024. Subject, departure of Dr. Lisa Charles, Director of Clinical Services. It reads, we would like to inform you that Dr. Lisa Charles, Director of Clinical Services, will be departing Millennium Heights Medical Complex, MHMC, effective November 30th, 2024, after 4 years of dedicated and invaluable service. During her tenure, Dr. Charles has been instrumental in advancing our clinical programs and enhancing the quality of care we provide. MHMC is deeply grateful for her expertise, leadership, and commitment to excellence, which have left a lasting impact on our organization. Dr. Charles's dedication to patient care and her support to our clinical teams will be greatly missed. Please join us in expressing our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Charles and wishing her all the best in her future endeavors. Her contributions will always be appreciated, and she will remain a valued member of the MHMC community. Signed by Priska Aristide Delis, Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Millennium Heights Medical Complex. So yet another resignation. If you were the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, how would you react to this series of resignations if you were the Prime Minister of this country?
I heard so, that some doctors resign. It's not a situation which I'm happy about, but people always need to look for greener pastures. And again, that's nothing new. Doctors resign and they come in all the time. We pretend that these things are new. It never happened before in television's history. You know, as I said about, you must really read the Ministry of Truth, the rewriting of history. You must really read. It's a fantastic book. I really want you to read it. I have a copy. I want to give Shane a copy to read. It's really a really good book to read. I really want you to read it. I heard so, that some doctors resign. It's not a situation which I'm happy about, but people always need to look for greener pastures. And again, that's nothing new. Doctors resign and they come in all the time. We pretend that these things are new. It never happened before in television's history. You know, as I said about, you must really read the Ministry of Truth, the rewriting of history. You must really read. It's a fantastic book. I really want you to read it. I have a copy. I want to give Shane a copy to read. It's really a really good book to read. I really want you to read it.
Cattle heading for greener pastures. 4522979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. Amanda, what's happening in the chat room?
Team in the chat room, someone says, Team under Musa, agriculture crashed, under Musa, health crashed. Team next, his portfolio will be the Minister of Crashed Affairs. Another comment, Team, don't forget doctors and nurses are resigning, so no staff for the field hospital. Another comment, is there no rice on the island or is it just view for people being punished? Another comment, why should people have to tone down on their demands to politicians? Is it their money? Another comment, I believe Nancy touched a bit on that topic on Rev Up last week. However, yes, I agree. Please clarify this quickly by showing us evidence of what actually took place. A NewsSpinner said, caller people are not stupid because there's no way that Nancy will receive a check and without the housing minister's approval for her to take it to the business place of the housing minister's brother to do transactions, because Nancy would know very well that the housing minister brother would have contacted his brother on that issue. When that issue first started, no one believed the housing minister except those he is accustomed of fooling. Another comment, the first question that needs to be asked in Kimberly De Leos, am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
Mother is, why was she killed and who would benefit from her death? Was it a crime of passion or revenge? Was it someone trying to get back at her husband? Once these questions are answered, We can now go and look for the evidence to get to the correct culprit or culprits. And another comment, if the Catholic Church remains silent, I will not say one word. I will not join any protest action. Sometimes we have to choose the battles we get involved in. There are battles that must not be initiated by us when we can join when others initiate it. And that's it for now, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. And once again, yesterday, October the 29th, marked the 6 years since Kimberly De Leon William was shot dead in her home at the Morn. And somebody sent a WhatsApp message saying, what is happening? Where are the updates on this case? DPP, RSLPF, etc., say something. Let's listen to Miss Mary Williams, the mother of Kimberly De Leon, part of a comment she made to me some 6 months ago during an appearance on the DBS program News Make Alive.
The police is trying to frustrate me, and I'm not going to put water in my mouth to say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They come at me with all kinds of cheap shots. You understand? I'm not a fool. You see, I am not a fool. And when they come, I ask questions. Then sometimes they don't have answers to the questions that I'm asking. Maybe they think I'm too smart to be asking these questions. I don't know. But if that's my gift, that's my gift. I'm going to ask questions. It's my daughter who lost her life.
Just heard there from the mother of Kimberly De Leon, deceased Kimberly De Leon. 6 years since she was gunned down. She was murdered, brutally murdered at her home on the Morn. And yesterday marked the 6th anniversary. Somebody says there via WhatsApp, do you remember when Chasney proposed the dolphinarium? Do you remember how vociferous and agitated the National Trust was in response? Juxtapose the response/reaction or lack thereof to Bannon's Bay and GPH, and please, please, please tell me what you see. Let me see if I have another WhatsApp message to go through. Somebody says there, Moses Jabatish should not be heading the Ministry of Health. King should be the one heading that ministry. King never knew what was happening in the Ministry of Infrastructure under the UWP government, which he was part of. To put him there for revenge, stopping all projects. People are dying at the OKEU more than ever. Wow, wow, wow. What a shame. And let's see there if we have a call. We do have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tim. Good afternoon, Amanda.
Good afternoon to you, caller. Good afternoon to you, sir.
And good afternoon to the whole world, the most monitoring talk show in the world. Tim, I have an observation and I question somebody or some persons about that. Tim, you know, throughout the day at Massey, that is at that one, the mega, that shock.
Yes.
Throughout the day, they are tuned to your radio station. But whenever you see it's about 12:30, they're switching off to another radio station. And when you finish at 2 o'clock, they're coming back. Right? I am not telling you what people say, but I know that because I question about it. Because one day I was there buying something, and then I said, but why it's 12:30? And then that's the time they tune into another station. And one particular person told me, because of certain persons that in that office where the radio is, they don't want people to hear NewsSpin at that place. And I find that is ridiculous. Okay?
Well, caller, we've gone through this before, and that is their prerogative, okay?
What's that?
That is their prerogative. This is not the first time we're discussing this issue on this broadcast.
Okay? And I find that is not good enough. That is not good enough.
Well,
right?
Here's what
now,
to do. Here's what to do. The customers, what you do is to petition the management of Mega J and inform them that you want NewsSpin to be on the whatever system they're using to listen to the program whilst they are probably at the bank there, Bank of St. Lucia, or whilst they're doing business there. So that's what in most countries that's what should happen.
That is true, Tim. And that's not the first time I noticed that, Tim. That's not the first time. And other people spoke about it already. That is not good. Secondly, I heard you played something, and then you said that about 2 years ago concerning the Minister of Health and condition of our health centers and so on. Tim, you sure it's not something recent you played? Because that sound like
No, it's
that
2 years.
sound like
2 years ago.
something Musa said sometime last week.
No, 2
so
years
what
ago.
happened? He played the CD. He played the CD back again.
No, it's 2 years ago. 2 years ago, sir. It's 2 years ago.
And what has happened since then?
Because he was touring the Castries Wellness Center at the time.
And that sounds like it just yesterday because nothing is happening.
Yes.
Tim, I went to Grand Riviere Health Center some time back, and I did a video on Facebook. I posted it. That place was dirty all around the hospital. Had bush and trees that branches of trees they cut down. I don't know if it is clear by now, but I made a video on that. And I feel around a health center, my brother, that area is supposed to be clean. Take care of the health centers, even if and there are no toilet paper. No toilet paper in there. Actually, Tim, there's a certain lady. When she said, well, no toilet paper in the toilet, they had none. I went to my vehicle and I took a roll of toilet paper there and I gave it to the lady. You understand? I feel those things are not good enough. Our health sector need immediate attention. Somebody called me yesterday and told me, well, somebody else, another doctor is resigning at the OKEU, right? I think I spoke about that on my show last night, right? If things was okay, our nurses and our doctors would not leave the hospitals. Everybody looking for greener pastures, but not like that, Tim. On a daily basis, things are happening at the hospital, people resigning. And number 3, the last thing I'm going to say, Ralph Gonzague connaît Saint Lucien. Oui, il connaît Saint Lucien. The man spoke on behalf of Philippe J. Pierre. Go back into the old St. Jude Hospital. And when he finished, you went back up to St. Vincent. He already signed a contract to get the box state-of-the-art hospital. You understand? Comment Philippe J. Pierre a quitté moun connaît comme ça? You understand what I'm saying? Man, open your eyes and see what is good for St. Lucia. Forget about Chasney when it comes to box and box and box and box. The people we need proper health centers, proper health and proper hospitals. There are nothing at the hospital. They give you a prescription, you can hardly get the medication at the pharmacies in Castries. That is nonsense. I don't know what St. Lucians did to this present government, but they're really doing us mischief when it comes to health. Have a good day, Tim.
You too, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's see if do we have another call? We'll try to see if we have another call at 452-2979. Once again, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. And of course, in the moment, Amanda will be going through some of your messages in the chat room. Let me see. I think I have a WhatsApp message. Let me turn my attention to it. Okay, I think I've read this one already. Let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. Okay, that one is not worth reading at all. Let's see there if we have some more of your comments. Somebody says there via WhatsApp. Tim, with the loud screams over the high prices of food items during recent Journée Creole festivities, government may want to declare all Journée Creole host site next year as escalated economic crime zones. This would give police the authority to make interventions on behalf of consumers. I don't know if we have another call. Let's try to see if we have another call as we try to go through as many of your messages as possible. Any comments in the chat room?
Yes, Tim, just a few. Someone said, people always leave for greener pastures, but people usually leave when the pasture they are in is getting dry. Another comment, reading stimulates the mind, so what's that book doing for PJP? Another comment, they are leaving, example, more than one, and in such a critical area, health. So the PM needs to provide a better response than this greener pastures nonsense. Another comment, the Minister of Health let his ministry abandoned and went to sing about horse race track, putting horse before your health. Another comment, and Grand Riviere HC used to be a very good and presentable center. Wow, sad, sad, sad.
We have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Bon après-midi, Tim. Bon après-midi, Amanda.
Good afternoon, call.
Monsieur Ricobert, bon après-midi.
Yes. Comment soyez là?
Moi bien.
right, bon. Ça m'a vle di la. La hanyan chay moun ki resigné position yo, ok, yo.
Oui.
Ek la nyo kompane ki an di dan la toujou tim. Me body yo même an di dan la, me l'ide yo même pas même là, comme si a di yo ha resigné position yo toujours. Vous comprenez? Ek n'a parlé from experience. Moi kouye la pour moi te joindre yon de information, ok? Eh ben le mon kouye massa moi joindre ligne là et cadeau operator busy là avec ça transfert pour l'autre côté que la pas ti chanter a même plus de stress toujours. Le moi finally get through moi joindre en mon parler ba moi. Man y parler ba moi en team. Ça c'est moun qui plus malade passe à l'hôpital là toujours. Moi ka do man y pas because moi ha couiller Saint-Jude, moi ka couiller tout partout que yon man y ka adresse vous comprenez?
Oui.
Bon après-midi, what can I do for you, bla bla bla. Ça pas ni pièce bagay ça là team, vous comprenez? So ça just it speaks volume, you understand? Ça comme c'est mon just là toujours mais bagay pas bel en dedans là. Vous comprenez? Il pas bon. L'autre bail là moi voulais dire, moi écouter un jeune homme parler là mon d'avancier avec il parlait about santé. Et il était dit about si chance ne vient pouvoir bagay kay plus belle pour oxygène pour il parle about Jean COPD bagay kon ha. Vous comprenez? Eh ben moi même cadeau team. Là toujours ni monde qui cadeau yo pas pièce side. Mais là yo parle ou ça côté ou ka pencher. Vous comprenez? Moi même ni on side. Vous comprenez? But I don't have no sign I'm following blindly. You understand? So côté moi ba là si bon, moi dis ça bon. Si moi ça pas bon, moi dis ça pas bon. Ça moi ka dit about ça ici a dit là. Il bon, moi de si chasse ne vini là, de les bail oxygène qui vini plus bien pour gens si au puis n'a parlé directement about ça. Mais ça li pas dit quelle situation nous-mêmes en dit dans là et qui gouvernement qui peut venir nous-mêmes ni pour protéger nous. Vous comprenez? You should talk about looking for the problem from the root of it. You understand him? If you can go and I have COPD, I'm a COPD patient, and I never knew about COPD, you know, Tim, all the time when I was young doing my little thing, smoking and whatsoever. You understand?
Right.
So somebody did not warn me about it. But today I'm in a position to warn somebody, to caution somebody, because I know what it is, Tim. You understand? When you cannot breathe properly and you have to be on that oxygen, I have two other sets of inhalers. You know, I have to be using another liquid that'll give you something to kind of ease up your throat with the mucus and thing. You have all of this, and all of it is costly. You know, to full the oxygen tank is almost $300 now. You understand? I'm not talking about buying it and all the things that come with it, you know. So what I'm saying to the young people that are already in it, that are smoking, you understand, old habits die hard. Try your best to see if you can smoke less until one day maybe you can leave it. And those that are not in it, be careful of what you are going. I'm talking directly about COPD. It's a message I'm sending out there. You understand? And if you can go and buy a 5 portion of whether crack or marijuana or whatsoever is smoking that causes COPD, when you buy a $5 portion, take another $5 and put on another side. That is for your oxygen money. And don't depend on living your life how you want and think different governments will come in there and to make it better for you. Let us strive to help ourselves. That's a message I'm sending out there. Have a good one, Tim.
You too, sir. I appreciate this public service announcement. It will not go to waste. We'll try to use it as often as possible on this program. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. It's called NewsSpin. Still to come, the NewsSpin news of the day. Also, the NewsSpin question of the day.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private coffin succorsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new bacon milk sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Your taste buds ready, come and try KFC's new bacon milk sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue, anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a bacon melt sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
Get your home holiday ready with unbeatable savings at MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt. Enjoy pre-Christmas savings of up to 50% off on selected Christmas items this season. Transform your space and make your home shine. Everything you need is here. MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt pre-Christmas sale is happening now. Shop early and save big. Your holiday home improvement starts now. Terms and conditions may apply.
Ouais, messieurs. Aujourd'hui, moi la KSP plein bon glow. Si t'en la pani pressure. Moi ni tongue, moi ni glow, me money pressure. Ou savez ça moi besoin? A pomme. Ça c'est bêtise. Moi ka aller ko Europa. Yo ni toute pomme pour toute condition. Qui pour kay, qui pour business. Yo ni pli mer pour y pompe cette ici. Yo ka ranger pompe aussi qui besoin service. Prendre pompe yo c'est Léo. Pompe ça c'est major. I bon tout bonnement. Tant si ten moins actuellement. Glo ka fante. Europa ni pompe glo Léo en de couleur neuf, orange et gris. Visitez Europa ambassade Gozile. Les mots au téléphone 452 0763.
The government of St. Lucia, through the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs, continues to provide more for pregnant women in St. Lucia. Through maternal and child health services under universal health coverage, pregnant women will receive laboratory and ultrasound services through community wellness centers island-wide at no cost. From care during and after pregnancy, vaccinations, family planning to nutritional and mental health counseling, we are here to support you. Take advantage of our weekly services at no cost. And from 1st June 2023, the addition of laboratory and ultrasound services will ease the pressure to aid healthier and safer delivery for you and your baby. Visit your nearest wellness center to register for universal health coverage. For more information, call 468-5300 or 468-5328.
Why travel abroad for an MRI scan when you can access world-class medical technology right here in St. Lucia? At La Clinique de Cours Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring cutting-edge technology to your doorstep with our state-of-the-art GE-accredited 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. Our advanced imaging services let you see the unseen, providing crystal clear scans that deliver unmatched accuracy for a comprehensive look at your health. Save time, save money, prioritize your health. No more costly trips overseas. Get the highest quality MRI scans locally and take control of your health with the option of a second opinion. You deserve that peace of mind. Our skilled specialists are here to guide you every step of the way, whether it's nerve disorders, chronic headaches, spinal injury, or stroke recovery. We offer expert consultation and personalized care all under one roof. And don't miss out on our special discounts. Ask about our reduced rates on MRIs, ultrasounds, and consultations at our convenient locations in Castries and Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Book your appointment today. Call La Clinique de Cours at 451-6559 and experience imaging excellence without leaving the island. Your health deserves the best. Let us help you see it.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastors Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, cast in sand, and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastors Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastors Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and it's called NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. In a bit, we'll be going to Amanda for our final update regarding some of your comments in the chat room. We have a call online. Hello. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Tim.
Good afternoon to you, Rick.
I warned you guys over and over and over not to understand our Prime Minister too quickly. And you all are not taking me seriously. You know, the Prime Minister made quite a thing of George Orwell's Ministry of Truth. Right?
Yeah.
He just played it a while ago. He made quite a thing of the Ministry of Truth. And nobody asked why. And nobody went to do a little research. I was giving everybody some time to ponder that. You know, in Orwell's Ministry of Truth, what they're talking about, the Ministry of Truth, in fact, represents the dangers of state-controlled information, propaganda, and the manipulation of historical records. Now, why would the Prime Minister tell those journalists and St. Lucians via TV and everything else, why would you recommend to them that they read the Orwell's Ministry of Truth? That centers, that represents the dangers of state-controlled information, propaganda, and the manipulation of historical records. The Ministry of Truth is also responsible for any necessary falsification of historical events.
Yeah.
Any necessary falsification of historical events.
But I think what he's also suggesting is that by reading the book, all the information that is there in reference is being made to double speak and misleading people, etc. I'm sure he'll be referencing that to any other entity other than his government or the St. Lucia Labour Party.
But I think you have to do the first thing. That's Occam's razor. The one that's most obvious is the one you have to go for. The Ministry of Truth is concerned with falsifying historical records, giving out false information, all to suit those in power. It's particular, you know. Give out false information, propaganda, manipulate historical records.
But he could not have been, but Rick, what I'm saying to you, he could not have been referencing his government. I don't think he's bold enough to do that.
Well, maybe he is.
He's not.
Because it is history rewritten to suit those in power. Okay? And if it tells you, I think you all should go and read that book. How do you know what he has in mind? Because all that is concerned with is twisting truth, propaganda, misleading people, giving them non-facts. That's all that's concerned with, you know. And to benefit those in power, with Big Brother. That's what it's about, you know. You know, so before you guys laugh, I tell you very often the joke is on you. So we laugh too quickly. Everything is a damn joke. Maybe the Prime Minister was having a private joke, maybe. But chances are he was going according to the book.
Or maybe, okay, so he inadvertently was criticizing his government.
Or he was telling you, who said criticize? If his government, that's his government's job to falsify, and it's working. Well, he's not criticizing his government. He's telling them, go out there and learn about falsifying truths and so on. And well, that's all I can think of. I can't think of anything else on that. But, you know, I think it's worth knowing, before we laugh and before we just run away with lines, that we should do a little research. I gave them enough time. I also gave St. Lucia enough to ponder this problem. I mean, you had Julian Alfred come over here. St. Lucians were up in the air at the airport and everything as a wonderful, wonderful, our golden girl, everything else. Until we heard some people referring to her as a product of the Labour Party, that she could not have existed without the Labour Party, and so on and so on and so on. And then we hear, and I haven't actually read an official statement on that, Tim, so please tell, if I'm wrong, tell me. But I've read enough to form the impression that the government actually said that, in effect, that the funds spent on Alfred should have gone for the sports thing. That's what they had it for inter-school sports. But they spent it on welcoming and rewarding Alfred. Did the government actually say that or indicate that or insinuate that?
The government did not say that, but you could attribute this to a piece in the St. Lucia Times and written by sports journalist Terry Finisterre. I'm just trying to find the relevant part where he wrote that. But he did not attribute it to the government. I think maybe it may be a source from some entity.
Terry is a good sports source, one of the better ones. Do you know what he actually said? That's so important to him.
Yes, I'm trying to get it.
Yeah. I don't know if he just his own point of view, but Terry is a pretty trustworthy sports reporter and sports fan and everything else.
One official, let me see if I can get that part. One official who wished to remain anonymous told St. Lucia Times that the disruption in instruction...
One official of what?
Let me see. All right. I'm trying to get the relevant part there. Okay. But continue, Rick. Let me try to get the relevant part.
Yeah, well, the point I'm making is that's just about the most disgusting thing I have heard in a very, very long time. And if I were the recipient of that largesse, if I were Julian Alfred, who is by no means broke, who is doing very well for herself, and did not really need the government government's $1 million anyway, but it's a token of appreciation, so by all means, I'm all for it. But not at the expense of all those young people who did their training. You can go past your point, Tim, in training. You can peak out. And you know the enthusiasm of young people and how easily they can become depressed and frustrated as if they don't have enough weight already to bear, to learn that the whole jump up and everything else for Alfred was at their expense rather than to motivate them and inspire them. That is what something at their hard expense. Have you found out that yet?
No, I haven't. So
Yeah,
I don't think it was in Terry's piece. So maybe somebody made the assumption.
But
somewhere.
but there has been some talk about that. There's been quite a lot of talk,
Yeah.
even if a little shallow, nothing serious. But it has been going around. You would have thought that
Okay, so
the government.
all right. So hold on, Rick. The piece says that ironically, the celebration of the nation's first ever Olympic gold medalist may have played a role in affecting the development of the island's young athletes. That's what it says there. Ironically,
Well, that's very,
yeah.
Well, that is a guy who knows a lot more than he's saying. Very well written.
Yes.
Played a role, but whatever role, whatever responsibility they want to put, whether it's monetary or otherwise, I think is horrific. That after the young lady has gone and put us on the map in sport, athletics, for her to learn that something about her visit to St. Lucia had played a role in upsetting the dreams and aspirations of the young sports people in the country. That is horrible from any angle you look at it.
Absolutely.
And the worst part of it is that the government didn't see that was important enough for the Minister of Sport or one of her hosts, what's his name from Grosley? He fronted a lot.
The Youth and Sports Minister?
Met Modayo. he fronted a lot.
Casimir.
I mean, he should.
Casimir.
Huh?
Casimir. Kenson Casimir.
Yeah. I would have thought that for his own record, if not for pacify the country, I mean, he should have come out by now and stated clearly that Alfred had absolutely nothing to do with the disappointment of all those young kids.
But are you surprised why the authorities will not speak on this?
Am I surprised?
Yeah, that the Minister of Minister of Sports will not speak on it. The Minister of Education will not speak on it. It is something that will embarrass the government, Rick, and that is following a certain pattern.
You see, you assume those things.
I am not assuming. I'm not assuming.
No.
You are
What I'm saying to
you're seeing a trend.
What I am saying to you, I personally don't think the government is embarrassed at all. Because if the government was embarrassed, it could have made up a palatable story for that, because that story is so horrific in so many ways. I understand to a number of young people who are applying for scholarships connected with that intersports thing. I don't know how that works, but I was told so. And it threw them off again. So a lot of people, a lot of young aspirations, and that's what she came here for, to inspire young people to follow in her footsteps. And it seems things are even worse today than they were when she had to go off to Jamaica. I mean, I don't get this at all. These are things that could easily be avoided, Jim.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. And even after the fact, an apology, even one like well, it's not like. I just want to tell you quickly that I thought that press release from the trust that has no name to it is another bit of intelligence, insult to the intelligence of St. Lucia. If you read that carefully, and you should, when you read releases from such places as the trust, should be read very, very carefully. It makes sure to mention that Nancy Charles and Mr. Amede, whoever it was, were. I don't know really why they had to be identified.
That was not necessary. And I also said, if you're going to tell us who were the two representatives during the reign of the previous administration. Why not tell us who are the two representatives right now?
Well, you see, what the Ministry of Truth in St. Lucia has succeeded in doing, it leaves people with the impression that the trust is a worthy body. And I would like to sit with anybody and show them how the trust is nothing but a joke, an expensive joke. I told you, but for myself, Walcott, and a couple others, we would have lost the pitons while the trust looked on. The trust was in office then, you know.
Yes.
While they looked on. If they cared so much about the prison, there were ample opportunities long before Alan Chasney arrived on the scene with all his Neanderthal attitudes, okay, Philistinian attitudes. Long before he arrived, the trust could have laid claim to that prison. I am not in favor of it, but the trust could have anyway. And I heard trust members talking about the history of that place that was totally incorrect, about how slaves built it and all this kind of nonsense. That's not true. The history of that prison has nothing to do with slaves, you know. So it's a whole joke perpetuated by our Ministry of Truth. And maybe you should start quoting the Ministry of Truth in St. Lucia, because it is very much alive and well. And we are gullible as hell. We don't read. It depends who tells us something, you know. The people are more concerned with how Rush pronounced a word. And sometimes the very people who are criticizing Pappy Showing, because there's a difference between correcting a young person and Pappy Showing. Pappy Showing, when you Pappy Show people, you had better be better than the person you Pappy Showing, no?
Absolutely.
Well, that's not the case, and that Ministry of Truth work again. When you are worse than the guy and you're criticizing how he speaks, that's Ministry of Truth work. So maybe you can put a sign there and tell us when you're not sure, like that trust thing that's unsigned may well be from the Ministry of Truth.
Because, Rick, you cannot, as an experienced journalist, you would know that you cannot send a press release to a reporter and do not put a contact number, do not put the name of the author of that press release. Because we all understand that there's a lot of questions that you should be asking when you receive a press release as opposed to going with it verbatim. There are always a lot of questions buried in that press release, a lot of things that should be questioned.
If I may squeeze just one more minute, just one. I know way over time. Tim, what a shame that we have so many homicides this year alone, and we have no knowledge what percentage of those homicides, the people who committed those homicides, are incarcerated, have been charged, or whatever. And then we go to the previous year, and it is the same thing. And we think about the De Leon. I mean, the person who was, first of all, declared a person of interest now has the government in court for libel. We're not hearing anything of where that is going. We hired, after 5 or 6 years of making people believe, because I think a lot of people actually believed Alan Chasney is a crook, just as they believe he's white, and that Guy Joseph is a horrible crook, because that has gone on for about 6 or 7 years, and we were led to believe that they would now pay for their crookedness, which I'm all for. I'm all for. Whoever is crooked, stick him in, you know, especially at public expense. And we hired a special prosecutor a year ago, and there has been no statement from his office. Do you know where his office is, Tim?
I think it's located somewhere on Miko Street, I'm told. Miko Street.
On Miko Street.
Yeah.
Do you have his phone number, Tim?
Well, I have his personal phone number, but I don't have an office number.
I'm talking about the office, not the
I don't have an office number.
Okay. And we just sit there like monkeys. You know, and monkeys don't just sit there, they play with themselves. So there must be some kind of pleasure we get there, sitting there like monkeys, and the Ministry of Truth is just pouring those things out. We don't care who died. We had a little outrage when they passed, but we don't care what happened to the 14-year-old boy. Imagine your 14-year-old son is shot in a vehicle. You don't know why, and the only charge coming out of this is one traffic offense. One man died in that whole thing, a 14-year-old boy. No answer. De Leon's mother. And we can go on. Giselle Georges, the list goes on. And that can only happen in the bush, Tim. In the bush. And we talk about how we've moved, how we're this and that. We're civilized. We are not, Tim. We're just a bunch of monkeys sitting down, playing with ourselves at the mercy of the Ministry of Truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Quick look at what's happening in the chat room, and then we'll conclude the broadcast. Amanda.
Timothy, a comment I really wanted to read.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, blood needed urgently for Louisiana Marius. Please donate to her name. Much appreciated. Thank you. Another comment, so true, caller. Thank you so much. Each one teaches one. Some of us want to learn from our own mistakes and ignoring the advice from someone who has been there, and by the time we realize it, we should have taken the advice from the person who has been there. It's always too late when we're already on oxygen. Another comment, this SLP government is doing a reenactment of the storybook An Honest Thief, starring Mr. Spencer and the Bulldog, but the only difference is SLP is using a pit bull. Another comment, it's Lucians that should be ashamed of themselves under any government. Stop blaming the politicians and the government. Another comment, Pip always gives you a sign when his government is up to some mess. Mind his words, he's actually telling you what they are up to behind bending the truth, sorry. Another comment, the government is slowly but strategically infringing on our rights to public records, thereby hiding the truth from us. That's it for me, Tim.
Thank you so much. So, a WhatsApp message. Somebody says the Philip JP administration has failed St. Lucia's healthcare system. The government implemented a 2.5% levy for health and security in the 2023-2024 budget. Yet the budget for healthcare in 2022 was $10 million more. Does this make any sense at all? The current neglect has pushed our health system to the edge, with doctors and nurses leaving and even the CEO resigning. St. Lucians deserve real action and accountability, not empty promises and budget cuts. It's unacceptable that our healthcare has gotten this bad under the watch of Philip J. Pierre and his colleagues. Our question of the day reads, the St. Lucia National Trust issues a press release on its VAT waiver and not a word on GPH. The St. Lucia National Trust issues a press release on its VAT waiver and not a word on GPH. Finally, the NewsSpin news of the day. It reads, Taliban bars Afghan women from hearing each other's voices. Taliban bars Afghan women from hearing each other's voices. That's the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show, and that, of course, is NewsSpin. Please join me this evening, 7 o'clock on DBS Television for the DBS News World, and 8:30, Newsmaker Live will focus on the nation's healthcare sector. And to help me do this, former Health Minister Sarah Flood Bobra. Goodbye.